Hey there, welcome to St. Cloud Tech and Community College. My name is Matt Pickelman. I'm one of the admissions representatives here at the college. I'm actually work here right in admissions. First off, I want to thank you for coming for our virtual tour and be able to check out our campus. Basically, throughout this whole video, it's going to give you an overview of what you need to know coming into St. Cloud Tech and Community College. First things first, you want to apply. So in order to do that, you want to do it right here in the admissions office. So we actually have it very simple for you. If you want to do an online format of completing the application, we also do have paper copies as well. Once you are done applying to college, then you want to send us some of your transcripts. You can get that over here. So after that process, you're going to want to send in your high school transcripts, you're going to want to send in your GED, and you're also going to want to send in any past college credits that you might have completed that might be transferring over here. And all that information can be sent over here to records and registration. Then after that process, we will then have you do AccuPlacer testing. AccuPlacer testing I will talk about in a little bit. But after that's all completed, then you're going to want to know how to pay for college. And that can be all taken care of right through here at the financial services. This is where you'd want to complete your FAFSA. Well, after your completion of your FAFSA, they'll let you know what type of loans you'll be able to apply for, as well as see if you'd be work study eligible to be able to work around campus. All right. So once you're a student, there's many services I'm going to talk about on this campus tour. One thing to point out right away is our open labs that we have. So this is one of our computer labs that we have on campus. You can really use this at any time. A lot of times, students will have opportunities to have good study spots around campus. But if you just kind of want to get into computer lab, use a printer, and it's all access here for you right there. They also actually do, if you look in there, you can actually see we'll have workers in there that'll be able to help you if you need any help with logging into your D2L, e-services, or if you just need any help with like the printing as well. So let me go send you down the AccuPlacer testing. All right, so like I mentioned up in the front of the tour, just a quick recap. You want to apply to college, then you want to send in all of your transcripts. If that's high school, your GED, college credits. After that, we need you have you complete the AccuPlacer testing. So AccuPlacer testing, I know it seems kind of scary for some students, but it's not. Quite simple. It's just a way for us to see where we can place you in your courses your first year, or if we can place you right into your program right away. In order to schedule an AccuPlacer test, you want to contact Nathan Jacobson. He's a coordinator for this testing center. And then after that, you'll be able to sit down with him, go over your scores, and see where we can exactly place you within your program. Just to point out some other services that we have on campus, this is our accessibility services. So we understand some students do need some testing accommodations entering into college. So basically, if you have any hearing, visual impairments, if you have any type of learning disabilities, this is where you'd want to kind of access that. Basically, it's quite simple. Tom is the director. So right when you come into college and you're accepted, contact Tom. You can sit down with him, and you can go over an accommodations plan. After that accommodations plan, we'll know exactly how we can help you throughout your education here at SCTCC. All right, last stop over in this corner of campus is our Career Center. This is by far my favorite part about, favorite resource that we have on campus. So one thing that's great about two-year colleges is we truly help you with finding a job after college. And so this is where you want to sit down with our Career Center director, and she'll be able to take a look at placements around the area. We have a lot of cool connections with different industry partners around the town, and that's when you can kind of see exactly where you can get landed into your career. On top of that, we actually do kind of accommodations with you when it comes to resume building, cover letter building. Maybe you haven't had an actual professional interview yet, which many students get quite terrified about. But you can actually kind of ease up on that and not get so nervous about that process by just coming in here, talking to Lisa, and sitting down and doing an interview with her. And that'll help you out, just jump starting your career basically. All right, well let's continue on with our tour, and I'm going to go bring you over to the commons area right now. All right, so this is our commons area in here. As you can see, we do have our tables kind of spread out because of the social distancing right now, but normally we have all of our tables very connected to each other, and quite frankly, it's a hangout spot. It's not just a spot to grab some food in between classes. A lot of students will utilize these tables around here to kind of just sit down, relax, and kind of get their homework done, like in between classes, basically. Quite frankly, this is my favorite spot on campus. I definitely spend quite a bit of my salary here in the cafeteria because we do have a lot of really good food. Let me come show you some of the stuff we have. So each week, each day I should say, we have a different special that our chefs make. Me, big burger guy, so I definitely like to have my burgers. You can even kind of see here some of the specials that we have. It's very affordable. One thing that's really, really great about being a student here, we don't have meal plans. You don't have to come into campus here and expect to pay money for a meal plan. We understand you might be commuting here, you might be living in a nearby apartment, so you might be making your own food or bringing your own food, but obviously you want to kind of enjoy it every now and then and kind of spoil yourself with maybe getting some lunch on campus. One of my favorite things as well is we have a very, very good culinary program here, and so our culinary program, which is our Chef's Corner, normally it's opened right up here, but inside the Chef's Corner, you can actually order a lot of premium meals that we have on campus. So no joke, I mean, I've seen them make everything from lobster to prime rib. They have pasta bars that they make, and you're actually able to go in there, have a very affordable meal that might cost you $15 at a restaurant, but you're getting it kind of cooked from our students here on campus, as well as Chef Jay, one of our instructors. So definitely utilize that. But for our main menu that we have on campus, it's going to be right through these doors. Obviously, it's not really opened right now, but normally these doors will be all open for you to walk in and kind of see what type of menu we have for the day. We definitely have your traditional type foods. We have everything from wraps, all the way to burgers, all the way to different type of pasta menus, as well as pizza, which is always great to have. All right, so we did just see the Commons. So one thing that's really nice, right across from the Commons is our bookstore right over here. So we do have our bookstore. That's where you'd actually want to get all of your books to start the semester. You can either get them online and order them and have them shipped over to our bookstore, or you can physically pick out your books here with someone that'll help you kind of navigate which books you might need. On top of that, as you can see here is our apparel section. This is definitely another one of my favorites on campus. I definitely like to get a lot of, rep our gear, rep our logos, SCTC's proud. I actually got some on right now that I've bought here. But this is where you'd want to get all of that. And they're great gifts for family, including yourself. And on top of that, too, there's many students that might need uniforms and supplies for classes. You can get all that located here as well. All right, so now let's go on down to the CAS, which is our Academic Learning Center. So right here is our Center for Academic Success. This is actually where we're going to have on-campus and online access for tutoring. If you're going to come into campus physically for the tutoring, first off, let's go through the process of how to go about that. It's quite simple. So you're just going to want to kind of sign in. We have a computer in there. Sign in with your star ID and password. We have access to all subject areas for tutoring. If let's say we don't have access to that specific subject, we will find someone that will still be able to help you. And on top of that, let's say you just want a quiet place to go study. You can also sign into the computer and just take a seat just for a standard study session for yourself. When it comes to the online access for the tutoring, it's quite simple as well. You just want to go to the CAS website, and that's when you'll be able to see your virtual options for that. All right, so right now though, let's go to the Academic Advising Center. All right, so right here we're at the Academic Advising Center, and this is where you're actually going to be able to sit down with an advisor and go over your classes. So there's a lot of options for this. So a lot of times when you're going to sit down with your advisor, maybe you need to get your next semester schedule figured out. Maybe you need to come in and drop a class, add a class, or maybe you just want to make sure you're in the right pathway to graduating on time. This is where that's all going to happen. And just to kind of recap the steps of getting into the actual Academic Advising Center, first off, obviously you're going to want to apply, get accepted to the college, and then you're going to want to send in your transcripts. High school transcripts, your GED, as well as college transcripts. It's very important to send in your college transcripts because obviously if you've already completed a class, you're done with it. You want to make sure it transfers over here and that our advisors know you don't need to take that anymore, so we make sure you're taking the right courses to kind of graduate. On top of that, one thing that you definitely want to do after that is the AccuPlacer. After you do the AccuPlacer, that is, remember, for me mentioning before, that's where we're going to actually be able to tell what you can take. Because depending on your score, you might be able to jump into your program right away. You might have to take, intermediate level courses. And that'll be really important for our advisors to know when getting the proper schedule for you. And on top of that too is our e-orientation process. So after you complete the AccuPlacer, we're going to email you this e-orientation link. This e-orientation link is about a 30-minute video you're going to want to watch. It's basically going to kind of lead you to success to the college. It's going to give you more knowledge about resources on campus. There's actually going to be little videos to watch to show like how you can be successful, the do's and don'ts when kind of entering into this new environment for you. And then once you're done completing that, then you're officially ready to sit down with an advisor and get your fall classes started. All right, so in the beginning of our tour, we started over in admissions. It's right down this hallway. So as soon as you come down this hallway, we got our commons ground over here. So this is actually where our Starbucks location is going to be at. And quite frankly, it's not just a coffee shop, it's more so of a hangout spot. You can kind of see over there on some of the benches we have over by the windows is actually kind of some study areas for students, as well as all the tables and chairs that we have and couches. So yeah, just come on down here and enjoy a cup of coffee. I can definitely say our favorite beverage choice is definitely the slushy bangs that we have available here. I know that's pretty uncommon to have, but that's definitely very popular for our students. But yeah, just like I said, overall, just kind of a hangout area. But other than that though, we're actually going to head down over to IT services right now. All right, so right here's our IT Solutions Center. So for IT Solutions Center, it's quite simple. Well, first off, once you are accepted and everything is taken care of, this is actually where you're going to get your campus ID card. And on top of that, if you have any laptop issues, maybe you're having connection issues with your phone or your laptop, and this is where you'd want to get help with that. Also, too, depending on your program, many programs have software that you actually have to download for your classes. So if you have any help with that, they will definitely be able to sit down with you too. Then right over here is actually our bookstore. And so I did mention that back in the tour. So over in the commons area right across from it is actually where we had our apparel, which is still connected to our bookstore. But right here, as you can see, this is actually where our physical book area is. And so there's a lot of options of getting your books. So either if you want to, as soon as you get done meeting with an advisor, you know your schedule, you can go online, you can do online ordering, where you can then pick it up here. It'll be all ready to go in a bag for you. Or you can print off your schedule, you can come into the bookstore, and they'll have a representative in there to help pick out all of your books for you. You can either rent your books, you can buy them brand new, or my personal favorite is virtual books, where you can actually just simply have all of your books on just one laptop, and that'd be everything you need right on your laptop and carry around campus for you. All right, so right now we are in the library. And this area right now is basically just kind of like a hangout area. We will eventually be able to show you where our study rooms are and where to actually get and rent out the books. But basically in this area, we got, as you can see, we got the TV over there, we got a fireplace over here, just a bunch of different just seating areas just to come and relax and do your homework and hang out with friends. And right over in here, this is where actually you'll be able to rent out any type of DVDs that we have available for you, as well as some other books and returning books. And in this room, we do have a lot of study rooms across over there, and they are first come, first serve. So basically all you need to do is just come into the library, you'll be able to go right to the front desk and see if there's any study rooms that are available. And as well as you can see the variety of books that we have for you to rent out, either for your classes or honestly just for any leisure time. And then on top of that, as we saw on the main campus, we do have a computer lab for you guys available, as well as some other seating area just to kind of study. But also in the library, we do have another computer lab for you to utilize. Okay. All right, also included in our library is we do have a hidden gem kind of downstairs. So that's actually where our athletic department is going to be. So if you are interested in athletics, you can definitely reach out to the admissions office for more information about that. That's also where the coaches will be located. We also do have a nice kind of another hangout area, rec room, with pool tables, dartboards, and just kind of seating areas for students to kind of hang out with as well. All right, well that wraps up our virtual tour. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching that. We really look forward to having you on campus this upcoming fall or summer start. If you have any questions about anything that we were able to kind of go around and see today, please reach out to me or the admissions office. We're all here to help you.